Yep. We are here. We are here. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Make sure that y'all can hear me. Make sure y'all can hear me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. I know it's been a while. I know it has been a while, but your boy is back. Just had a lot of things going on. That's just how it is. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me so we can talk clearly? Can y'all hear me so we can talk clearly? What's going on? Yo, that. Yo. Okay, I see the likes coming in. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? I'll be having technical difficulties. I don't know if it's YouTube. I don't know if it's me. My mic low. My mic low. It might just be me then. Hold on. Might got to put the AirPods in if I got them. I don't even got them. It's low. Can y'all hear me? All right, let me get a little closer. Let me get a little closer. Get a little closer. Can y'all hear me now? Is it better? Give me a thumbs up if it's better. Give me a thumbs up. Okay. We in this. All right, check it out. Check it out. I know I've been MIA. I have. And I'm not gonna lie, a mixture of it was the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles definitely disappointed me, but I definitely disappointed y'all by not giving y'all the content. But at the same time, had a lot of family things. You know, my wife is pregnant. So a lot has been going on. But I am back. And it's a lot of things that we gotta talk about. So we gonna get into the current situation, and I'm gonna talk about how I feel about how we went out. So first, we gonna talk about Sean Desai and Patricia are gone. Step into my office. Why? Because you're fired. They're gone. And I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning of the season, and even in the middle of the season, I fought tooth and nails. Y'all can go check the stats. I fought tooth and nails. Hold on, because for some reason I can't read your comments. Hold on. We good? I just got a phone call at the same time. Damn. Hey, let me know if y'all can hear me, man. It's a lot of things. All right. So, I fought tooth and nail for this team. Well, for Sean Desai. I was saying because of all the midshift pieces and Darius Slade being out, Avonte Maddox gone, James Bradbury, he's super trash, and just all the injuries, the linebackers, and all this. So I fought tooth and nail for Sean Desai. I did. But then when you look across the league, the talent that Sean Desai had and Patricia, I'm like, these dudes are making lemonade out of oranges. And it's like, what's really going on? Hey, yo, am I still here? I see y'all fading out. Am I still here? We good? All this stuff going on as soon as I want to go live. We good? Are we good? Are we good? You're static? All right, my bad, y'all. I don't know what the heck is going on with the. It might be my phone or it's YouTube. I don't know, but bear with me, please. Let me get this out. So you have a situation to where as though Sean Desai had many opportunities. Yes, he had a lot of injuries, but I'm looking at a lot of defenses that don't have the talent, and some of them are playing in a championship game. When you look at the Lions don't have the talent that the Eagles have. The Lions, I'm gonna say, Kansas City really don't have the actual talent, but they're putting it together. The defense is really carrying them. And we thought that that was going to be something that we can lean on if the offense was struggling, which the offense has been, and we're going to talk about that. But at the same time, it's like, dude, why in the hell can't you defend the middle of the field? If you know your linebackers are trash, why don't you go a personnel to where as though you got 5 linebackers on the field? I mean, not linebackers, 5 DBs on the field at all times. Not really all times, but then because then you're susceptible to stopping the run, but you're still susceptible to stopping the run. I don't understand any of the defenses, so they had to go. They're saying Ron Rivera, I want to say the Bills defensive back coordinator, like him. He was over here before. I can't remember his name. Somebody comment below, let me know. He was over here before. Like him a lot. But the defense just, it gotta change. When you are last in the NFL, no, second to last in the NFL on third down, you have the worst third down percentage in Eagles history. That means this was a historically collapse by the defense. Historically collapsed by the defense. If you are that bad, somebody got to get fired. Somebody got to get fired, and somebody got to get hired. Do I like Ron Rivera as a defensive coordinator? Yes. He was here before. And I think actually he got fired, and that's when they brought in I can't remember the guy, but he was Andy Reid for some reason wanted to hire an offensive line coach to play defense. Ron Rivera was the defensive coordinator then. So, has he learned? To me, I think he has. He went over there, Patriots. We already know they went to the Super Bowl, 15-1. Cam Newton had a lot to say about that, but that defense definitely was part of the reason why they got to the Super Bowl. Now, in the Super Bowl, I don't know what the heck happened. They got blown the heck out. But it was refreshing to see him coming to a situation to where as though he put all the pieces together, and he had a good quarterback and Cam Newton, kind of like how Jalen Hurts is. I do think that Jalen Hurts is better than Cam Newton, but you got to look at the situation of, damn, Cam Newton, good quarterback, running quarterback, had some talent over there, but he was a talented quarterback, just like we have here in Philadelphia. And then you bring up the situation of the defense just was horrible. So to me, I'm not going to say anything is an upgrade. I'm not going to say anything is an upgrade. But right now, it's looking like, yo, find somebody else. And I do think Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, and the rest of the crew, they did do their due diligence to say, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. Because to me, even when you look at the Tampa Bay game, and I told you I was going to talk about this, even when you look at the Tampa Bay game, you couldn't stop nothing. And then when you started stopping things, we should have went on a run. And that's on the offense on that side. But still, you couldn't stop the run. You couldn't stop Baker Mayfield. I know Baker Mayfield, he looked at electric a couple of days ago, and I know that he came to his own, yada, yada, yada. But in our game that we played him, he was hobbled, he had bad ribs, yada, 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 and you didn't attack him. You didn't attack Baker Mayfield. And it caused for him to be able to pick you apart. Middle of the field, down the field, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to say this because I looked at the tape. I looked at the damn tape. I ain't going to lie to you. Darius Slay did his thing. Darius Slay coming off an injury. Michael Evans only had 3 catches? He was balling. You have the pieces. Bradbury, I am sorry. I understand the Eagles just paid him, But look, 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 look. Listen to me. He got to go. He got to go. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you cut him. I don't care if you try to trade him, get some draft picks. I don't care if it's a 6th-round draft pick. Bradbury is horrible. He's not willing to tackle. He can't cover. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here with James Bradbury? I'm sorry. And I was the one, you can ask LB. Me and LB was at, dang, he going live right now. Shout out to LB. Me and LB was actually at the game together. And they kept picking on Bradbury, the Washington game. They kept picking on Bradbury. And I told LB, I'm like, listen, he's a veteran. They keep picking on him, something's going to happen. Now, he almost came up with the pick. He didn't get it, but he still almost came up with it. And it was a great pass deflection on 3rd down. I can't read your comments right now. I don't know what's going on. YouTube keep doing this to me. I can't read your comments. I'm going to read them when it, on a playback. I got you, I promise. But ever since then, like the decline has been horrible. It has been. And to me, some of that is on the defensive coordinator. Because if you see that you got a cornerback having a decline like this, he needs safety help. He shouldn't be on one-on-one with DK Metcalf or anybody. He should not be one-on-one with none of those guys. Because he's barbecue chicken. He is he not just barbecue chicken. He that chicken. Y'all ever go to what's the job, man? When they cook the chicken right in front of you, they make the onion volcano and all that. Yeah, that's him. That is him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying that anything is an upgrade, but right now it's looking like whatever we do is an upgrade. Whatever you do at the defensive position is an upgrade. And I thought Sean Deasi was going to be the guy. I did. Let's get over to the offensive situation. I understand that a lot of people want Brian Johnson gone, and I can't defend it. I can't defend it. Like, when I looked at the All-22, when I looked at the game for Tampa Bay, and not just Tampa Bay, but really the whole season, not utilizing the middle of the damn field is atrocious. You can't develop and keep developing a quarterback that was number 2 in the MVP when you don't put actual routes in front of him. Everything got to be looking over here. Everything got to be looking over there. By the time he look right there, it's done. Put things in front of him. There are no screens in the middle of the field. There are no slants. And then when you do these things, all good things happen. When you do a slant with Devontae Smith, it's damn near a touchdown. When you do a slant with A.J. Brown, it's damn near a touchdown. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This was a disappointing season. But I'm gonna say this, because I be seeing a lot of content creators, and I know maybe some of them are just for takes, and maybe some of them are just for clickbait. But to say that this organization is dysfunctional is a problem to me. It's a problem to me. Because you have a situation to where as though, and a lot of people are blaming Jeffrey Lurie and Harvey Roseman. I don't know how. Everything that we needed, he tried to get to fix it. It's not his fault that the players did not do what they're supposed to do. It's not his fault that the coaches did not do what they're supposed to do. Here's what I'm going to say. You got a situation to where the Philadelphia Eagles have been through in the last, 10 years, 3 coaches, right? All these winning seasons. Went to the Super Bowl in 2017, won a Super Bowl. Went to the Super Bowl last year, lost a Super Bowl. These were 2 different coaches. 2 different coaches, right? The whole regime has changed. The quarterback has changed. We won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. We went on a crazy run with Carson Wentz. We went to the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts. Whole different regime. No organization is doing that other than the Eagles. Think about it. When people rebuild or they hire new coaches after winning the Super Bowl 3 years ago, fire him, and you get a new coach, most likely the organization goes in a rebuild mode. No, they said, we ain't going to no rebuild mode. We're trying to get better. And I think a lot of that is because of the core people that has been here, the offensive line, the defensive line, and things like that. But still, it's still Howie Roseman still trying to make the moves that need to be made. I know you want to talk about the draft and us not getting the players that we will want on the outside, meaning the linebackers and yada, yada, yada. But look what he has done. To me, you can't come on your page, your YouTube page, your Twitter, or whatever the case may be, when Howie makes a big move and say, Howie's the best GM of the year, yada, yada, yada. And then when things fall apart because the players are not playing and the players are not playing to their potential, and also the coaches are not doing what the hell they're supposed to do, you turn around and say, Howie Roseman, what are you doing? If you don't like a situation from the beginning, or if you like a situation from the beginning, you ride out with it. Me, personally, I love everything Howie Roseman did this season. I do. So when you look at the situation of, it was damn. First it was, I understand. You wanted to sign C.J. Garner back. I get it. I get it. I would have loved to too. But he tried to figure it out. He did draft some cornerbacks, and I do think Eli Ricks and a couple other them guys, I think that they're going to be a problem coming down the line. They just need better coaching. But he did go out and get Biden, right? The linebacker situation was horrible. It was horrible. And still was to this day. But he did make an effort to go get a guy and Shaq Leonard and say, you know what? I know what we need. Let's figure this out. He did. Wide receiver. We had a problem with Quez Watkins. We had a problem with Quez Watkins in the Super Bowl, and that's rightfully so. And even in the Tampa Bay game, he was a no-show, but I do think a lot of that was scheme. But Howie Roseman said, you know what? Let me go get Alamaze Zaccheaus. Let me go get him. Let me top that off by trying to get a veteran guy, because everybody was talking about the red zone. I really think, because Howie Roseman, he goes to WIP. He talks to those kind of guys on the radio, and he listens, and he hears the fans. The fans are singing, the red zone is a problem. We need a red zone threat. We don't really got a red zone threat. We kind of do, though, with A.J. Brown. But once again, it's coaching. But he said, you know what? Let me go get a veteran guy, Julio Brown. Everybody laughed at it. Everybody laughed at it. I do think Julio Brown was not used properly. Because when you got those two guys on the outside, he's not just a decoy. He is now supposed to be the X factor. He wasn't used like that. He wasn't used like that. So to me, the problem is not with Howie Roseman. Everything that we have asked him to do, he did. What didn't, and I can't read your comments for some reason, but what didn't Howie Roseman do that we asked him to do? franchise quarterback. Got that. A defensive line, and I do think that the defensive line took a crazy dip. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat was not getting the pressure that you would have them, you would ask of them. But at the same time, I've seen many plays where both of them are in coverage. Why? Why are you trying to confuse the quarterback? Because now he's looking at it like, oh, they dropped back. Oh, I ain't got no pressure. Now I could just sit back here. Because if you're going to drop them, you send a blitz in the middle. But yet and still, that's not what the defensive coordinators did. They just dropped them and put everybody in coverage. Now you in the cover 3, and them guys, sometimes they don't know they butt from their ass. Because we seen just in the Tampa Bay game, 2 guys collide. Like, you don't see that in the NFL. You do not see 2 defenders run into each other unless it's a bum-ass team. The Eagles have an epic collapse. Epic collapse. This is the only team in NFL history to be 10-1 and not win 12 games. The only team in NFL history to be 10-1 and not win 12 games. And that's with an extra game. You got an extra one now. I need a water break. You got to be kidding me with this stuff, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your boys, man. Hit the like button. I appreciate it. Listen, I do think that things are going to change because they have to. They have to. A lot of people was down on a lot of people was down on the Bills, beat the Bills. We did. A lot of people was down on the Chiefs, beat the Chiefs. We did. But now you look at it, the Bills got to the divisional round, beat the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs beat them, but it wasn't like they lost the game. But it was a good game. And I'm looking at the team that we just seen the last 6 weeks would have got blown out by either one of them. They lost on a field goal at home. But then you look at Kansas City, and it was like, damn, they taking a dip. They was talking about the Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs taking a dip at the same time. But now look at them. They in the AFC Championship 6 straight years. And we at home. We are at home. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm being selfish on this, but I talk so much crap as soon as Dallas lost. I did. Rightfully so, though, because it'd be so many of y'all in my comments. It'd be so many of y'all in my DMs. So I rightfully talk my crap. But then the Eagles smacked me in the face with this bull crap. They smacked me in the face with that. The game was close for a while. It was. And you like, all right, all they got to do is this. All they got to do is that. And none of that happened. Rashad Penny, for some reason, can't see the fucking... Let me stop before I get demonetized. Rashad Penny, for some reason, can't see the damn field. You think you couldn't use him in the playoffs? But you want to use him when who was it? Boston Scott was sick. I'm sorry, but he's better than Boston Scott. He might be better than Gainwell if you put him on a damn field. I got issues, and I have issues. I have a lot of issues with how the season went. I do think that this is turning in the right direction, but the direction need to keep going up. Not down, not sideways, not none of that. Because when you look at it, we still should be a team to be feared. We should. We not no joke. We not a joke like the Giants, Dallas, Washington. We ain't no joke like that. We had a collapse. Sometimes you gotta stumble to get back up to get your footing right. Get your footing right, Philadelphia Eagles. Because you are a joke. You are a joke right now. And I cannot defend the Philadelphia Eagles right now. I can't. When I go to work or when I go to places and I got the apparel on, people say, why you got that on? Why you got that on? Because I'm a diehard fan. No matter what, win, lose, or draw, I stand tall. That's what I do. But at the same time, I'm like, this is what the city is on right now, but it's rightfully so. It's rightfully so. That collapse was the worst I've seen. It was the worst I've seen ever. To be, once again, to be 10-1 and not win 12 games, that is the first ever to happen in NFL history. You don't want to go down in history like that. Last year, we was talking about all the historic things Jalen Hurts was doing. All the things that Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts was doing. Now, this is what it is. That fresh fact is horrible. It is. But I'm going to say this. The NFC is so unpredictable. Like last year, you had the Seahawks. Everybody was raving about the Seahawks. They're going to be the team this year. Geno Smith, he folded like new laundry, right? You got Tampa Bay. They came up. I don't think that they're going to be there next year. I think that they're one of those teams like Seattle. They had a good year. They won the NFC. They won the NFC. What is that? South at 8-6. Or what was it? I don't know. But they won the NFC at like 9-8. Sorry, 9-8. They won the NFC at 9-8. Winning record, but really not. But I don't think Baker Mayfield is that guy. But they're probably going to pay him. So they're going to fill it next year. The Lions. If the Lions don't win this year, I don't think that they are going to be that strong next year. Because once again, it's kind of like the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm going to tell you this. And they got a first place schedule now. That first place schedule is different. In Dallas, you're going to see it too. We played a first place schedule. We did. But we beat damn near every big dog except for the 49ers. We beat every big dog that was thrown at us. Miami. Dallas. The Bills. Who else? Who else is the big dogs? The Chiefs. Every big dog we beat. We did. But now y'all gotta have a first place schedule. Dallas Cowboys. Let's see how you do. Because now we got a second place schedule. It was so big for y'all to win the NFC East, get the number 2 seed, and you got your ass whipped. Now we did too. But what I'm gonna say is, and I said this before, y'all got your ass beat at home. At home. But y'all were so historically great. Let me get back to the NFC. So we talked about the Bucs, we talked about the Lions. Green Bay. That was a surprising team again. That was definitely a surprising team. Not gonna lie to you, they came on strong at the end of the season. They're gonna probably play Jordan Love. If they get the right pieces, their defense is okay. They get the right pieces, they can be a contender. But to me, it's still going to be next year the 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Dallas is going to be thrown in there because they're Dallas Cowboys. But when you look at Dallas, right, they're going to have to pay either Dak Prescott, not either, but they're going to have to pay Dak Prescott. They're going to have to pay CeeDee Lamb. They're going to have to pay Micah Parsons. Tyrod Smith is probably done because you're going to have to pay him. They got more holes than a laundry basket. They got more holes than a Jamaican tank top. The Philadelphia Eagles are sitting good. And let me say this when we're talking about losing players. I think that Adam Schefter breaking that Jason Kelce is retiring, and then for him, Jason Kelce himself to say, I ain't never say that. That's some bull crap right there. That is some bull crap right there. Because everybody and people made videos, and I just wanted to wait until I heard it from himself before I made a video about it, and I still haven't heard it from him. He's up there yesterday ranting and raving and doing everything for his brother. That's what he's worried about right now. And he still don't know if he's going to retire. But for somebody to say that he's going to retire and that's not the situation, to me, this is why you got to watch who you listen to. You got to watch these reports. You got to watch these so-called anonymous guys and all that kind of anonymous sources and all. Watch that stuff. Because Philly Fresh, I don't give it to you unless it's real. I don't come up here and saying, oh man, I think, or this guy. No, I ain't gonna make no video until I know it's confirmed. Now, what I will say is, it's expected to be, or this might happen. But you got a lot of these guys that just be talking. They just be talking. And sometimes, and probably this is why I don't get the views that I'm supposed to get, because I don't make clickbait. That's not what this channel was about. I'm not going to sit here and just throw something out there just for y'all to, oh, damn, that happened? Because now that you done said that, your credibility is messed up. And that's one thing I would not put on a line. It's telling y'all a lie. But a lot of these guys do it. And they get views off it. They get 100,000 views and all this kind of stuff. And it be bullcrap. Watch what you click on. Do your due diligence. You know what? I'm not even going to hate. If you want to click on it, cool. I'm just saying, even after you listen to it, just watch. Just watch what you listen to. You understand me? All right. Let's get back to the Philadelphia Eagles, y'all. It was a frustrating season. It was such a frustrating season, especially the last 6 games and the playoff game. It was. When you in a situation to where as though you 10-1, and your only losses to the Jets, which shouldn't have been a loss, but it was a loss. That's your only loss. And then you just folded. And it just seemed like nobody was responding. Everybody was saying the right things. Nick Sirianni got up there every single week. These guys are going to fight, yada, yada, yada. You got Jason Kelce, you got Jordan Mailata, you got Darius Slay. You got all these guys singing the right thing. But it wasn't put on a football field. Once again, I seen no heart in tackling at the Tampa Bay game. I did. To me, at some point, if I'm Matt Patricia in that game, at some point, especially at the Bradbury gave up that touchdown and was unwilling to tackle, I'm putting in my young guys, especially after it seemed like the season's over. I'm pulling you. You got to get pulled. I don't care if you're getting paid, whatever you're getting paid. You got to get pulled. That was the problem with me. I seen no change and I seen no authority from these coaching staffs. Nick Sirianni is at the head of that. He needs to figure out how to still be the guy that he is, but still has some authority in that damn locker room and to make it transfer on the field. You need to make sure that, you know what? You ain't balling. You ain't balling. But I'm gonna sit your behind down for a second. Let me take the seat, because we gotta speak. And I'm gonna put a young guy in, and we're gonna see what he gonna do. Because if he do better than you know your job in trouble. And that's when they will ball. When somebody think that their job, when somebody is comfortable, this happens in relationships, this happens in marriage, this happens in family, this happens at jobs. When somebody is comfortable, they would just sit there and say, well, let's go with the flow. Look at what I have done. Look at what I already done. Bradbury, like, we went to the Super Bowl. Bradbury, like, I was an all-pro last year. That's what Bradbury was saying in his mind, in my perspective. I was an all-pro last year. Okay. These young guys, they can't touch me. But if you put them on the field, and then they show, we playing better than you right now. Wake up call. Alarm. Wake up call. I do think at the end of the day, the Philadelphia Eagles will respond, will be better, and we will be back. But right now, it's